Hi everyone, we're live again today with my sister Sita from another part of the world, and this is the power of our online business. But before we start on today's session, let me introduce myself. My name is Davina. I'm from the beautiful islands of Fiji. I come from New Zealand at the moment, and by choice, I'm a mentor. By profession, I'm a finance professional with 20 years of experience. And what I love and why do I come onto the online space? I love to educate finance professionals and hardworking people to encourage, inspire them, and motivate them to, have options, have clarity, and build a business with confidence, with purpose, and live life the way they would love to. And in today's session, we are talking about how, one income is not enough, and is no longer enough for us. So let me, for example, ask you something. Have you ever, wondered if you when you receive your salary and for a moment it felt relieved sometimes, because normally myself we are paid monthly, so we get once in a month. We look forward for that, and as soon as it comes in, the money comes in, and I think, okay, I will be okay for another one more month. But then I know all my bills will start coming. You have rent. If you have mortgage, you're paying high mortgage. You have groceries, you have bills like utilities, you have fuel, you have your normal insurance, you have your family expenses, you have your unexpected cost. And the thing is, before anybody knows it, it's like you're feeling real. It's the feeling is that it's a feel you feel that is disappearing as well in terms of your money. You start counting the days again for your next pay. So what does that mean? It means you're basically living on paycheck to paycheck. So that is when, for example, even myself, I realize something very, very uncomfortable. Sometimes the problem isn't, we don't work hard. It's not that. It's like sometimes one income isn't enough for us to carry everything forward. So let me stop here and give it to Sister Sita for her to introduce herself and give her insights on these topics. Over to you, Sister.
Thank you so much, Sister Vina. It's always a pleasure to be on this platform to educate other people and to share that there is an option, there is something that you can do in the online space rather than just waking up or running to work or scrolling on social media and checking out what people are all about, when you can also build something for yourself. Before I can dive into the topic for today, which is quite interesting for all of us as human beings, I will introduce myself. My name is Sita. I am a mom. I live here in the UK with my family, originally from Zimbabwe. But I live here as a nurse by profession and also a proud digital business owner. I always come here to speak to my fellow nurses or to my fellow Zimbabweans to see that there is something out there than just relying on one source of income. And the topic for today, it just says, what happens when one income is no longer enough? Has one source of income ever been enough for anybody? With me, mine has never been enough for anything. As Sister Vina said, most of us are paid monthly. And when it comes, you are also excited that my bills are going to get paid, my rent is going to get paid, all sorts of things that you know that needs to be paid or that comes in at the end of the month. Once that is done, nothing is left. You've got to go back and start all over again. And as Sister said, you cannot wait to come to another month end because the bills keep rising, but the pay doesn't rise. Some of us as nurses, we get 1% pay rise. Can you imagine? Let's say you go to the shop and see something that you want to buy and it's only reduced 1%. Do you buy it? We don't. I don't. I buy things when they are 70% discount. Can you imagine if you've got only 1% increase? What is that? That is nothing. But if we have 70% increase, everyone will be so excited to go to work and not thinking about extra shifts. I've seen a lot of nurses and immigrants from other countries rushing around having 2 to 3 jobs. And before you realize, all the hours of the days they are covered. You don't have any time to rest. You don't have any time to do anything with your family, but you are rushing around chasing the hours and to get paid for what you are doing. What about looking after yourself? Even when you chase those hours, do 24 hours a day with work, the money is still not enough. I have worked, I have done all that. I've had 2 to 3 jobs, but it was never enough. The only thing I found out, I was so exhausted. No time with family, no time with anybody. So why we are coming here? We are coming to raise that awareness that there are other options. There are other options that you no longer need to look for third, second, fourth job. Instead, you can look for an option that is not a job, a second source of income in a wiser way, rather than to keep chasing the hours, to think I've got 24 hours, so I have to spend 12 hours doing one shift and another 12 hours to do another hour something else. Yes, to have a second source of income, it's a necessity, especially in this day and age. Things are getting so expensive and the lifestyle is getting so expensive. And one source of income will never be enough. But keep increasing hours to expand yourself. It doesn't work. A lot of us, we see them dropping down, or people getting burnout, or some people end up having depression, or a lot of things, a lot of health issues. When there is this online space that have opened doors for a lot of people to have options, to have that flexibility, to have that time freedom, because one source of income is never enough. That's why we see ourselves having 2 to 3 jobs, because we know that one source of income can only pay our bills. Sometimes not even enough for the bills, but it cannot pay our lifestyle. Do we live to just pay bills? That is question I'm asking anyone out there. Is your life just paying bills? End of the month, you pay the bills and start all over again. Mine isn't like that. I preferred a better lifestyle than that. Even when we're back in our countries, we didn't have anything, but we were happy. Not happier, but we were okay because we didn't know the difference. But when we come to foreign lands, the lifestyle is different. We start going on holidays, we start going to eat out, when in our villages or back home we don't do such things. So that one source of income, it ends up becoming, not enough. It cannot meet all our needs, or it cannot make the ends meet. So second source of income is the best, but in the online space, not to look for a second or third job, because that is still taking you away from your family. But this option that we are bringing here, it will accommodate anything. It will accommodate your lifestyle, it will accommodate your family life, it will give you your time back, because it is something that you do in the comfort of your own home. You can travel with your business, you can do anything wherever you are, and this business is the best that I have seen. I have checked online, I've researched everywhere, looked for a business that I can do. And this is the only best business that anyone out there can do. You can do it in the comfort of your own home. Even when you're out with your friends, your business is running in the background. You know why we say our business is an automated business? Once you log in or you get set up, your business is running in your absence. What you only do is scroll on your phone, checking all those inquiries, checking for people that are looking for you to ask you, what sort of business is this? Not to go around knocking at people's doors or doing things like that. Our business find people for us. We don't go around looking for people. Instead, people look for us. So this is the sort of business. If you are an immigrant, working hard parent, missing time with your family or your children, start looking. Start looking for something to supplement your income, something that will bring you back to your family, that will make you a present parent. Since we came in here in foreign lands, we have become absent parents. Our children end up engaging in all sorts of things that they would have never engaged in if we're back in our countries. Why? Because we are never there. The gadgets are the ones that are training them. Other people out there are the ones that are training them because we are busy chasing the hours here and there. Find something that will suit your family, that will align with your needs, that will align with your family needs. So anyway, I don't want to spend the whole day talking about this business, because every time when I come on this online space, I get so excited because there are so many points that I can share with our people out there. Don't get drained. Keep following the 9 to 5, 12 to 12, 12-hour shifts, 8 to 8 or 10 to 10. That is a thing of the past. Start looking for something that other people are doing. The online space will never be crowded. We are global. Look at me. I am in the UK, and look at Sister Dasvina. She's in the New Zealand, but we are in the same room. I never knew Davina until we got in this community that connects us in a mysterious way. You are never alone in this business. You have got a global community, and even when you start this business, don't even hesitate to start, because you have got that global support 24/7. I will give it back to you, Sister Vina.
Thank you, Sister Sita. I'd like to first take a moment, and there was someone who was watching, I think, by the name of Maliki Ba. I think one of your followers or something, Sister Sita, is listening and watching this live session. And I do understand, it doesn't always, life doesn't want us in anything. We all have cost of living increase. We have kid children's. I have nephews. I don't have any child of my own, but who knows, God knows everything. Parents always need support, and because there's a lot of unexpected bills. Your job can switch. I'm a person who had switches in my jobs 2 times when I my contracts came to an end, and suddenly your income drops. Your income is not enough. You just have to pay all those bills. You have people who are dependent on you, and you have to go back. Who knows, you even have to go back to learning, doing some courses, working hard. You also want to get paid for those skills you learn. So we do understand all those things. At the end of the day, those lifestyle becomes repeated, and like Sister Sita has mentioned, this business is not replacing your 9 to 5. You are building this with along your 9 to 5. And we are trading our 9 to 5 for income, which is fine. Which is super fine, but does not mean that you forget about, because at the end of the day, when you come across any like-minded immigrant individuals, I'm a finance professional, we all talk about the same thing: rise of cost of living. We have families who are dependent on us. We do not have enough. Things are expensive. We all want luxury material things, but we all do not want to work hard for it. And I'm grateful for all the I do have a good qualification, but it's okay for me, but I still feel that sometimes I'm missing quite a lot, and my salary is only an option or for today. Like, for example, I know if my job is not there tomorrow, then I will know that my business can support me, and it can help me in my difficult moments, and I know that I will be able to learn a lot of skills that I feel that I am able to pass on to generations. And at the end of the day, I do understand, and I know people do. These are some of the topics that keep them up awake there. You can be a person who can sleep at night and wake up at 2 a.m., not because you're stressed, you're tired. It's because your body is resting and it's sleeping. That is super fine. But what about when you're financially worried? You'll wake up, you will not be able to sleep because in your mind, you're calculating every single day, every time, what is your next expenditure. But at the end, but the thing is that when you even go to work, it's in your mind. Nobody knows what are you going through, how you pick something up for yourself and you think twice that should I buy it or not. Nobody, friends wonder, but at the end of the day, you're not able to open up. It's not that you're not working hard. It's just that we have to think things differently and tell and reprogram our mind in asking questions in a way different way. But it's okay to talk about those real life issues with someone whom you trust. And we are coming on our platform to create an awareness where that there is a platform where you can come and learn. We do have that option where we have a 30-day refundable option where you can come and see. If you have to pay 149 US dollars, it's refundable. You can connect with any one of us and see that and explore that. If you love what you see and you see the strategies that works in your favor, you can move ahead. If you don't love what you see and you think it's not work for you, that is super fine. We do not pressure anyone. Like Sister Sita said, we do not go and chase anybody. We help you, we teach you all the skills where you can connect with the right people, authentic people, to come and join your business and move it forward. Because at the end of the day, our business, our system is impacting lives, and it is building a legacy where it can be carried off for generations and you can pass this down. And this is something that will help you and support you in your most time that you need it. So that is it, guys, from my side in today's session. And next week we'll come again with a different topic. Till then, take care. Bye.